So Marley was 20 years old when she passed away last January, so January 2021. She was someone who was friends with everyone. So like, I've never met someone who's had more friends than Marley. But yeah, she was just a very fun person to be around, very inclusive. So she was friends with a lot of different types of people. Like, you wouldn't expect a 20-year-old to be friends with. So she was really good. Like, she really liked to be involved with kids and people with special needs. She really loved hanging around those kind of people. She also like would hang out and go paddleboarding with like her nail tech at the nail salon, just like a random woman. Like, she was just friends with everyone, and just people really enjoyed being around her. Yeah, no worries none was Marley's go-to phrase. And it really embodied her. She would always live life with no worries, and if there was any inconvenience, anything that would come up, she would always say, no worries, none. She wouldn't stress about it, which is very much the opposite of me. I stress about everything. Everything stresses me out, and she was the complete opposite. Any inconvenience, she just would brush off. And so to myself, to different people in her family, friends, no worries, none was always her saying. And so when after she passed away and before her service, we thought of doing t-shirts to give to some of her close friends in our family to wear to the service and stuff. So the front said no worries, and then the back had like a mosaic of all her different sayings. Like, her and her friends all had like a different kind of language in a way. They'd have all these little sayings that they would always say. So we made that, and people really liked it, and they're all like, we just made like, honestly, like I want to say like 200, and people saw them and they're like, how can I get those? Like, we want to order more. And I kind of was like, oh, that's maybe this could be something. And so, and I've seen on social media all these different types of clothing brands and stuff take off, and so I was like, maybe we could do this. And I really expected it to be something pretty small, just like maybe like 100 items to like close families and friends. We'd do one wave of orders and that would be it. But like the day, I think it was like the day that we launched back in March of 2021, we sold like maybe 100 items in the one day. So I was like, okay, maybe this will be bigger than what I expected. I give a lot of credit to social media. And so we have social media on Instagram and Facebook. And so people will post wearing their no worries, none, and then they'll tag us, and then we'll get like their friends will follow us. And so it really spreads that way. And then also just because Marley had a lot of friends, and so a lot of friends and family will buy it. And then again, they post it on social media, and then that's how people hear of us. And it's not even people who are close to Marley or knew Marley, they'll see the designs or the phrase, and it really speaks to them. So even if they don't know Marley, they just really like the saying, and will buy it that way. Oh, absolutely. She definitely lived with no worries. Like, she would stay up late hanging out with friends, and then would have to wake up early and then go work at the Roost. And she wouldn't worry about like the technicalities of things, or like I stress about every single detail and like what's the plan. But no, like she just kind of did her own thing and felt like everything would just fall into place as she wanted. For the designs and stuff, I started off designing a logo on my iPad. Something that really represented Marley was Jeeps. That was her, like, if she had one goal in life, it was to get a Jeep Wrangler. Like, that's all she talked about every year for her birthday. That's the only thing she wanted. And like, anytime she had the opportunity to drive in a Jeep, be by a Jeep, that's what she would do. And it was the car that actually struck her in the accident was a Jeep. So it like that just kind of felt like it was more than a coincidence. Like that kind of stuck out to me. So I originally started drawing the logo of the Jeep, and then a couple other designs, and that's how it kind of started off. And then once it got bigger, we decided to like do some more designs. So I kept coming up with designs. But this past launch, the summer launch, two of her friends who are going to school and I believe just graduated from college for graphic design reached out and made a bunch of really awesome new designs to like keep bringing in new ideas, because people just keep wanting more. I believe that, so right now we are almost at $140,000 worth of sales, and and it just grows every day. And so I believe that as long as people are interested and willing to buy, I will keep it going. All of the money that is raised, so 100% of our profits goes to the Marley Lehman Scholarship Foundation, which provides scholarships to students who otherwise wouldn't be able to continue their education past high school. So this is both technical colleges as well as four-year universities. And so we really are we're starting this application process end of summer, early fall for the upcoming seniors in high school. And so we just really want to find applicants that both embody the positive traits that Marley did, as well as provide this opportunity for these students to go to school that otherwise wouldn't be able to financially afford it. I personally am really in strong belief that education can really help break barriers of people who want to do something with their life. And so providing higher education can, if there's a cyclical sort of barrier in a family or a community where people want to get out, they want to do something with their life through education, I think that that's a great way. And I think there's a lot of people who are smart enough to go to college and want to go to college, but it's extremely expensive. So I think that being able to provide full scholarships for these kids will completely change their lives. And so it just gives them this opportunity to do something that they maybe thought that they wouldn't have the chance to do. This has been like such a great grieving process for me. I'm able to put time and energy into this, and just it's so amazing to like be in public, like either on Madison's campus, in Heartland, or anywhere, and just see people that I don't even know wearing No Worries None. It just makes both myself and my family feel like she is there with us. And it's just awesome to hear stories where people will reach out that they're all around the country and they see other people wearing No Worries None, and it starts up a conversation. So people will be literally in like different states, or even I had a story where one of Marley's friends was in a different country in an airport seeing another person wear No Worries None, where they're both wearing No Worries None, and it strikes up conversations. And it's just, it really embodies Marley because she always like brought people together.